let's see what are the primary key and foreign key constraints, and what happens if we use them. Okay, so primary key, right? So if we define particular column or a set of columns as a primary key, it essentially ensures uniqueness on every record. So in our example, we defined a customer number as our primary key, right? So basically what happens is, if you define customer number as primary key, then every record in customer table is going to have different value for customer number, and if you try to insert same value, Oracle is going to give you an error. Okay, so second property is that particular record or column cannot contain null value. Okay, so customer number, if you remember, we did not provide the not null keyword after the customer number, but since we made that particular column as primary key, customer number is not going to accept null values in it. Okay, if you try to insert a record with null value in customer number, it's going to throw you an error. Okay, so next property about the primary key is a table can have one and only primary key. I actually mentioned that in the syntax itself, that a table can have only one primary key, but you can have more than one column as a primary key. So you can have one primary key per table, but that primary key can consist I mean, it can be made up of two columns or more than one column. So it could be made up of three columns, which we normally call it as composite primary key. Okay, so these are the four properties of primary key which I want to list here. Now let's move on to the foreign key. So foreign key, why do we use foreign key? It ensures referential integrity on that particular table. What do I mean by that? So in our example, what we did was we had a foreign key on department number. So what would that ensure is the department number column in customer table would only have values that are present in department table. Correct. So if you remember, we had department number foreign key, and it was referring to department table, and what column it was referring of department table is department number. So if say suppose your department table is going to have 10, 20 and 30 as your department number, then your customer table cannot have department number as 40, because that particular 40 department number is not present in your department table, right? But it can have null. So it can happen that your customer table has a record with the null value in the department number. That is allowed for foreign key. So these are the properties that I wanted to tell you regarding the foreign keys and primary keys. Okay, so let's before closing the video, I want to go through couple of examples. First, let's create a table, department table, with department number, department name and location. Now the data types are: department number would be of number, department name would be of varchar2, location would be of varchar2, and what is mentioned, department number shall be a primary key. Okay, so I guess you might have guessed it by now that this is the syntax. Create table, table name. So table name in this case is department, right? Then the column names and their column names and their data types. So in this case, department number 2, 0, comma, second column is department name varchar2 14, third column is location LOC var to 30. Okay, and then what is mentioned is we need to have a primary key on department number. So constraint department underscore pk, this is the constraint name, primary key bracket department number. So department number is going to have a primary key. So let's execute this particular statement. Okay, department table is created. Okay, let's move on to the next example. Employee table. Okay, this is the requirement. Create an employee table with below columns and data types. 3 columns are mentioned: employee number, employee name, and department number. Okay, fine. Employee number column shall be primary key. Okay, department number shall be foreign key, which shall reference to department number column of department table. Okay, every record in the table needs to have a value for employee number. Okay, fine. Okay, so how to do that? This is the way, right? Create table, employee name, employee is the table name, then 3 columns, correct? Then the last requirement was every record in the table needs to have value for employee. So that's why we have provided the not null constraint, right? Then employee number should be the primary key, so here's that. And then department number column shall be foreign key, which shall reference to department number of the department table. So here's that constraint employee foreign key, and department number of the employee table references department table, and the column is department number, right? Let's execute that. Okay, let's run this statement. Okay, table is created. Okay, so I guess we are done with this lecture, guys. Thanks for joining in. So please subscribe to our channel, DWH Tube, like, share the videos, and thanks. Happy learning. Bye.